Hey there guys, how's it going? Welcome to a brand new video. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at some of the maps available on the Ark Workshop. Now, Ragnarok was originally one of these maps and it got into the official mod program, and as we now know, is an official map on the game. So there's a chance that some of these maps might end up being official maps. So it's nice to get a look at them, see what's about, and maybe end up doing running a server or doing a few videos on some of these maps. I wasn't going to do them in rank order originally, but I found that there was a couple especially that really were a cut above the rest, so I thought I would put them in a rank order. So these are my top 5 favourite maps from the Ark Workshop. The first map we're taking a look at is called Dinotopia, and this is a recreation of a world from a book of the same name. So the Steam description reads, Dinotopia, a land lost to time, secluded from the rest of the world, this island stands as a testament to the existence of ancient creatures, both large and small, dangerous and docile, amicable and disagreeable. Here we strive to live in harmony with these creatures, befriending them and growing with them to better the whole of Dinotopia. The Dinotopia map project is a connection to a fantasy realm created by Arthur James Gurney in the original Dinotopia book published in 1992. This map mod strives to recreate the world of Dinotopia in a three-dimensional format with Ark at its core. This standalone map mod was started by Artorias in 2016 with the help of ISO and has continued the project with the help of many others including Oscar, Zai, Jaskari and Bastet. So far, the map contains enough completed landmass to equal 3/4 of the official Ark Island map. That being said, there is still a long way to go and many more areas to be included. In the future, there are many and an ever increasing amount of features to be completed, as shown in the mod image that dedicates time and care to this mod, and you may expect it to be an ever growing project. So my personal thoughts on Dinotopia, it's actually a really great looking map in many places. It does suffer from not being quite completed. There doesn't seem to be too many like secret areas. The oceans are a bit barren and they can't really find any caves or stuff like that. But they do have some real interesting elements on here, like custom made things that you haven't seen on any other map, especially the dino kind of town in the middle. And I expect them to add more things like that as well. It's really cool spider-like structure in the redwoods. Very unique looking and definitely could be a great map. But however, this one I would say is not ready for people to play on if you're going to have a serious playthrough of it. Lots to be done, but huge potential. Ark Outer Realms is a map intended to look visually appealing but still very optimal for gameplay. You may notice much of the map is flat, allowing for easy building while creating the illusion it has difficult topography. Everywhere is difficult, so everywhere is a starting location. The map is about 50% complete and many areas and biomes have yet to be added. It features unique biomes and completely custom spawns that make each biome unique. Sadly, this means it will not be compatible with dino mods, but I may make a version in the future to address that. Unique dino spawns in biomes let you identify enemy tribes by the dinos that they bring to combat and bringing exploration to other biomes to see what's there. Some of the unique features for this map: there are 4 main islands, map is twice the size of the island, oceans are 3 times as deep as the island, optimised landscape for building, optimised mountains for smoother traversing, new biomes, unique dino spawns, alternate locations for resources, and each island offers different resources. Now, there are a number of biomes already available in this map, but biomes that are still to be put in are beaches, high and low and reef, ground reef, the deep trench, frozen depths. The next update content so far is going to be obelisks, supply drops, beaches and wells. Now I have to say, this is a very, very beautiful map. I really especially love the pink tree biome that they have. Very, very different to anything that's in the official maps at the moment. The water looks really nice and clear in this map. It's a real nice light blue in areas rather than just a dull, dark ocean. Really good use of water and land as well, mixed together, really vibrant colors. Not only have they gone for different biomes, but there seems to be some custom like trees and foliage on here. Not only just the typical things that you see on the island and the center. Also quite a few really good base locations on here. There are some like cave-ish looking places, although I wouldn't really call them caves, and there are some things that need finishing. At the moment I don't think you'd be able to have a balanced PvP experience on here because there are some like holes in the map and things like that, and when you go off the side of the map it still looks a bit odd. Really needs some finishing touches there, but in general it's a great idea. It's got every biome you could possibly want, and I would definitely consider playing this map for either a PvE server or just to take a look at it, and hopefully this one could be adjusted, because this would actually really make a great official map, just because it looks so different to what is out there at the moment without being so different that it doesn't really fit the Ark theme. The next map we're taking a look at here is called Ancient Mars. This is an absolutely beautiful map. Again, really impressed as soon as I loaded this one up. So many unique and custom designed areas that look completely different from anything else that we have at the moment. However, on the workshop there's not really much of a description of the background of the map, what the inspiration was, that kind of thing, but there is a list of some of the things that they're going to be fixing and what they're working on. So the obelisks on this map aren't currently working. They say that the map is about 50% done and they welcome any feedback. And this is a game I would definitely, or a map even, I would definitely check out, guys. Some real nice building locations, as you can see from the on-screen footage. So in the development section, they say there is, as of right now, some areas that have holes in as textures. These will be caves in the next update. I saw of those, looked like a really good place to have a cave or two, so it is good. Because a lot of these maps, the only thing some of them are missing are the extra details that you do get on the island in the center, and that's the caves. There is really a lot of detail in the caves in the official maps if you actually look at them carefully, and when you think about it, it's exploring those hard to find, but once you find them, areas are really awesome to look at. That kind of makes the game, it makes the exploration a bit more exciting in a map rather than just what is on the surface. They say some objects have their culling distance not set up properly, so popping in objects and stuff like that, and they list just a few of the other issues. Some dino spawns currently missing, not working, like the Quetzal, Giga, and the jungle ground clutter is not working currently. But to be honest, when I just checked out this map, I was just so impressed with how it looked. Like, it might have these problems when you play it, but this is a beautiful looking map, a really big map, all different kinds of biomes again, and all the biomes look custom made, so not just a copy and paste job of a different map or anything like that. But for me, by far the most impressive area with the map was the Wyvern area. So a bit like the Scar on Scorched Earth, it's got a very similar look to it, and that just looks absolutely incredible. For me, that's probably the best version of anything like that I've seen in Ark so far. It's just this big open, wide area rather than just one really thin sliver of Wyverns and where the Wyverns hatch their eggs and that stuff. It's just this massive open expanse that just looks absolutely incredible. And in general, this map looks really good. Some maps, when you look at them from a distance and just swoop over, you can see the landscape. Just makes it a really nice place to be. And sometimes when you're just looking out onto the landscape of a map, that's what really makes it look great. Not just where you're standing currently, but as you look out and across, how does it look in general? Does it feel like an epic place to be? And this map definitely does have that. So very high hopes for this one in the future. Another one I'd like to see polished and hopefully made official. Now we're on to my top two maps of the workshop at the moment, and these top two really are a cut above the rest. Found it very difficult to choose a number one and a number two, but I'll go into why I've done that at the end of the video when I talk about the next map. But anyway, this one is called the Volcano, and this was only released last month. It's only been on the workshop about 30 days. I just had no idea what to expect from it other than the name, but the bad name of this map really doesn't do it justice. You load this up, you think you're just going to get a map that just revolves around a volcano island, or it's just one big volcano, but this is an incredibly diverse and detailed map. The actual creators say that the map is around 99% complete, and I'm not surprised because there is incredible amount of detail. No real like big blank areas like you get in some of these maps. Loads of different biomes, obviously very well thought out areas, custom made objects and custom made terrain. You could just tell that by looking at it. And there is caves in here, like very well done caves. I only found one when searching, but on the actual the workshop page, it tells you there are more on there. So let me list off some of the features of this map, because again, there's not really a backstory here, but this is what the creator of this map has written on the workshop page. They say the map is about the size of Valhalla, of the vanilla map, which is obviously the island. 5 different biomes: snow, desert, redwood, swamp, and grass jungle. So every biome you need is in there. All dinos are apparently in, including Scorched Earth dinos. All resources are in, including Scorched Earth resources. All boss arenas from the island and Scorched, which is an incredible thing because a lot of these servers, or sorry, a lot of these maps that you get overlook that. So they've got every boss in here already. I mean, the center still only has one proper boss fight in there. So for this map to have all of those in there already, very, very impressive. They say wild dino babies apparently as well. So you will get different sized dinos out and about. I'm not sure how that works with the taming and so on, but that will just add a bit more realism, seeing different sized dinos around. Big trees in the snow and jungle around the volcano for tree platforms. A tameable boa as well, work in progress for gender, and you can learn all of the Scorched engrams. Also, it's got a list of the caves. It's got about 10, maybe 15 caves written here. I only discovered one, so that makes me really want to go back and discover more of this map, because they're obviously around there somewhere, but all the caves have just one artifact. Some upcoming features: more underwater details, more land details, and more polishing of the biome zones. And as I've stated at the beginning to describe this map, this is a cut above the rest. I could definitely see this being unofficial. It's got a great balance to it. It's not too ridiculous that it doesn't really suit the theme of Ark, but it also has some custom things and new design features that we've never really seen anywhere else. So this is a really great map. If you've got the game on PC, I would highly recommend downloading this and trying it, maybe even having a little go on PvE or PvP. So the final map we're taking a look at, and I'm actually going to rank this as my number one, the ISO Crystal Isles. This is probably, well, in my opinion, because it's all opinion, the most beautiful map that is available at the moment. It looks super gorgeous. It has a bit more of a fantasy feel to it rather than the traditional prehistoric feel. A lot of you might know I've been playing Dark and Light recently, and I really like the fantasy realm kind of feeling you get on that map. This map brings that to Ark a little bit with the crazy tall trees. They look like custom tree designs, either that or they're new, possibly they've made them themselves. They've got loads of floating islands on here which give it a bit of a magical feel. You know, floating islands is something that we don't have in the current maps. They look super good. Would add a whole nother level to gameplay. The red and orange forest area again is absolutely breathtaking. That looks completely custom and completely new done. I don't know if they've created a tree from fresh, or they've got some of the tree designs and just added a different color, but even if they've done that, it looks absolutely awesome. This one is actually also an official sponsored mod, so the chances of seeing this one in the full game are pretty good, because that's how Ragnarok started up, and obviously now that is in the full game also. Another couple of interesting features, some of the biomes are very different from anything else out there. There's this dark island with these massive black crystals, and when you actually go over there, the whole scene is dark. It's just like nighttime permanently, no matter what's going on the rest of the island. Maybe not even nighttime, but just very dark and very grey, and it adds a whole different atmosphere to that area. It makes you feel like you're almost in a different world completely without having to go to a different map. The Scorched Earth area is also very well done. They've got these narrow cracks in the Scorched area where you can find your wyverns and all of that. I really appreciate some of these map makers, the way that they've actually incorporated all the Scorched stuff so people can get every experience all in one map, which is super nice. But this one tops it for me just basically on design and aesthetics alone. I'd say the Volcano is a bit closer to the finished product, having the boss arenas and all of that, but ISO crystals super beautiful. And in a game like Ark, you really are drawn to great looking maps. For me, it makes the game. I love the survival aspect, and I love the just epic landscapes that you get in these games. It makes it feel like a really cool place to be. You know, take yourself out of the mindset of, you know, you've got to finish your base, you've got to grind out. Just take a look around, and you've got some absolutely beautiful places to be. This one again has great sweeping landscapes when you look at it, just really great from every angle. So it's my favorite out there at the moment. I'm definitely thinking about doing some videos, trying to make some builds, or even just hosting a server of either the Crystal Isles map or the Volcano map. Let me know if you'd rather play on either of those. Maybe I'll throw up a PvE or PvP server with my guys at Nitrado. They quite often hook me up with a free server that I can do what I like with. But yeah, I'm definitely considering that just something to do in the lead up to the full release. But that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was great fun checking out all of these mods. If you'd like me to do some more modded videos where I check out some other mods on maps, let me know as well. Join us on the Discord, all that good stuff. But that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time.